Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit after 7, and I've got almost everything packed up. I'm going to get the tent down and get out on the water. It is a absolutely beautiful morning so far, but I have been told it's supposed to get pretty breezy this afternoon, so we'll see how bad it gets. For breakfast, I have Summit Breakfast Scramble, which is kind of like, it's not the regular one that I eat. This one's more like a Southwest, has red beans in it kind of thing. With coffee, I've already got that made. And then, I'm going to get all this packed up down in the boat and get out on the water as quickly as possible. So it's kind of crazy. The smoke is gone this morning. I don't know if the winds have shifted or what's going on, but I can see as far as I can possibly, to the horizon right now, which is absolutely crazy. So that's going to be pretty cool today. Hopefully I can get some good views off in the distance, because those just haven't been a thing for the past week. So in about 15-16 miles, there's Pikes Haven Resort, and it's on the other side of Little Bend here that I have to go around still. And hopefully they'll have some water and supplies I can buy, or just mainly I need water is the main thing to get rid of some trash. I'm down, without not counting the bottles that I have to drink today, I'm at about 6 liters of water left, so about the lowest I've been on this trip so far. So I'd like to get a refill on water before I get any lower, because definitely don't want to run out of water. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but still. So yeah, I'm going to push off. Hopefully I can find that. So tomorrow they're calling for some really nasty weather. It's like up to 40 mile an hour wind. So we'll see. I have no idea what is at Pikes Haven Resort, but maybe there's a place I can stay there or something. So we'll see once I get there. So yeah, right now it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to get moving. Okay, I've just pushed off. It is an absolutely beautiful morning, and I'm starting my way around Little Bend. So it's 13 miles around to the opposite side of that hill. So I'm going to start doing that. So that's the shore I camped on last night, and just to the north of me, a pretty good-sized thunderstorm has formed, but luckily it's moving east and away from me, so I don't have to worry about it. But pretty interesting that within 2 miles of me this morning, there's a pretty good-sized rain shower. But luckily, it's very clear where I'm heading. So I do actually have a slight tailwind at the moment, which is pretty exciting. And it'd be more exciting if up here I'm not going to make a 90-degree turn and be heading into the wind this afternoon, where it's probably going to be stronger. But oh well, you can't control the wind. You just got to deal with it. So I'm going to just try to push it around this point, see how it goes. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to pull my boat up that hill. Just not possible. It'd be so much more work than literally spending a day paddling. And then I have to get down the other side. So, yikes. So quite a few paddlers have done that, and every one of them that I talked to, except maybe one, said it was not worth it. It was way too much work, and it would have been easier just to go around, which is definitely what I'm going to do. It's kind of weird to be able to see so far. I'm so used to being in like a 5-mile bubble where you can't see anything past that, but it's pretty nice being able to see the other side of the lake out in the distance. So the lake wraps all the way around and turns back on itself. So I do feel pretty lucky being on this lake. I've had, for the most part, really good weather, even with that day and a half of weather days. That's not a big deal and very normal. But with the water level of this lake, it is absolutely perfect. So I have beaches, but I don't have mud. So other paddlers have had, when the lake's a lot lower, there might be like 10 or more feet of like knee-deep mud to get up to the shoreline when the lake's drops and is a lot lower. So I haven't had any of that issue, and it's all been pretty much rock with just a little bit of mud. My boots have barely gotten muddy on this whole shoreline. So yeah, I feel very blessed that that is not a concern, because if every time I got off, I had to go through knee-deep mud. It would really suck. So I'm very grateful that this lake is full. That's not a thing. And all honesty, I've had a really good weather so far. This is just a very big lake, and it's definitely just a grind. It takes forever to get down it, and it's just mentally draining. Just being out here day after day without any current, without almost anybody out here. So, but I'm still doing good. I'm just trying to grind it out, try to get this section done and on to the next section. So hopefully as I get closer to Pierre, I'll get some better weather. Though it looks like tomorrow might be a bust, but you never know. The weather forecast is often wrong, so we'll just see what happens tomorrow. So, as I said earlier, I finally got a tailwind, and it's picked up a little bit, and it's pushing me pretty good. And but of course, it's on this U-bend where it's going to become a headwind eventually. So I'm about a little more than halfway down the little bend here, and there's not much little about it, that's for sure. These are some big old hills. I don't know, on the satellite it does not look that hilly, but man, those are steep. So I'm currently heading northwest to get around this. The lake really does a big turn here, so I'm going to, once I make the turn, I'll be heading southwest, and it'll eventually turn and head straight south after that. So I am getting closer to the Wahi Dam, so I'm excited about that. The Wahi Dam is almost the center of South Dakota. I think it's the central geographic point for the state. So that means that I will have soon traveled halfway through the state of South Dakota, which is pretty exciting. You know, eventually once I get to the dam, hopefully fairly soon. So I do think I'm about, I don't know, 40 miles away from the dam at the moment. So somewhere around there. It's a very rough guess. So I am getting closer, just slowly chipping away at it. So if the weather were to hold, it'd just be a couple days, but I don't know that it's going to do that. But that's okay. I just gotta take it as it comes. So it's about 10 o'clock and I'm almost to the tip of the little bend here. Not quite. I think I got like 2 more points, but man, it is close. And it is still really weird to be able to see so far, but it's enjoyable. And yeah, I'm just enjoying this tailwind for another like 30 minutes before I start battling it back up the other side. So that'll be fun. But yeah, that's just something to look forward to once I get around this. Okay, so I'm at the point. It's around 10 o'clock, and so that took about 2 hours to get down here, so that's not too bad, but I did have a tailwind. So there is just a lot of water on this point here. And now I get to turn and say goodbye to my tailwind, which is pretty sad, but bound to happen today. So yeah, this is absolutely beautiful out here today. The lake is still fairly calm, and I can see really far today, and man, just amazing. So I think this next point here is where I make the turn and start heading back the other way. So that's going to be interesting. But the awesome part is, as soon as I wrapped around this corner, I got like full service, like full 5G, and I'm enjoying that because it just so rarely happens. So hopefully it'll stick around for a while this time. So today I am surrounded by flies. There's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 of them right behind me, all buzzing away, and the boat's got them all over the place. But they're not really bothering me for some reason, so that's pretty nice. And I am almost around this point here, and I'm going to start heading up the other side of the little bend. The end of this was a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and it's taken a while to get to this point. There's a big arm that comes up goes up in that direction, which can cause some issues when there's bad weather because the waves have a long distance to build and can get pretty nasty apparently, but it looks like so far it's not an issue. I'm still tucked behind the end of this peninsula, so there's no wind here. So we'll see how bad the wind gets once we get around the corner and just fight into the headwind the rest of the day. Okay, so it's noon, and that point right there behind me was the last corner of the little bend, and now I'm heading up the other side. So I'm pretty excited about that. And the wind has died down, so I'm not battling the headwind at the moment, which is pretty awesome. So for lunch, I have an MRE. It's menu 21, tuna chunk light lemon pepper. So basically just tuna salad. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna snack on that as I pedal up this arm and hopefully get to the resort at a decent time. So at the bare minimum, I need water and to get rid of trash. But I'm hoping to possibly stay there tomorrow because they're calling for 40-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow, and that just does not sound fun. So we'll see if I'm able to stay a day and take a rest day there. But I don't know. I don't have any information on this place other than just a quick look at their website. So we'll see what they have to offer and if there's any options. I'm coming up on a very noisy point. There are a bunch of seagulls making a bunch of noise up here on these rocks. And I'm probably, I don't know, about a third of the way down the bottom side of Little Bend. Here's a closer look at all the noisemakers. So, they really like this point, apparently. Man, they just keep going. There's thousands of them. I've seen several like islands on the lakes that had thousands upon thousands of birds, but I never got very close to them. I didn't really want to get attacked or pooped on by all the birds, but this one's right here on the point where I'm going by. Pretty interesting. Well, I was all worried about a headwind. I'm about halfway up the other side of Little Bend, and the lake is as calm as can be. So I'm pretty happy with that. The lake has completely calmed, and it is almost glass out today. So it's definitely starting to warm up, but I can't even complain. This is amazing. I was expecting to fight headwinds all the way up this arm, and instead I get this absolutely beautiful lake. So I'm so happy. So yeah, they're still calling for some nasty weather tomorrow, so we'll see what happens at Pikes Haven Resort. I think it is a building up on the hill right around there, so quite a few miles away still, but I can see it because it's so clear. I've mentioned that so many times today, but I am pretty excited about it. I've been stuck in smoke for well over a week now, and I'm so happy that it's gone, at least for now. But yeah, I'm just pedaling through this beautiful water, enjoying a lovely afternoon. And as soon as I got around the corner, I have great phone service, so I'm really enjoying that also. It's been a while since I've had like full 5G service, and yeah, between Mobridge and the end of Little Bend, there's just basically no service at all. So it's been, what, a little over a week? I don't know. It's so hard to keep track of the days. I even edit the videos of every day, and I have no idea how many days Mobridge was ago. So they all blend together, and it's hard to keep track, but it's definitely been a while because I am almost out of water. I have a whole bunch of trash, and I'm ready for possibly a break tomorrow. So we'll see what happens at the resort here. So I'm currently in about 5 feet of water, and it is just glass. Like, I can see everything in the water there. There's a big carp right there. I don't know how well the camera can pick it up, but that is really cool. You don't normally get to see the bottom like this. It is just crystal clear here. This has been an amazing day. I was pretty worried about bad weather, but man, can't ask for anything better than this. Okay, so it's about 2:30 and I have finally reached the opposite side of the little bend. So those hills right there in the distance there at the end of this bay are right on the other side of that is where I camped last night. So it took me, 6.5 hours to get around to the other side of this point, and I still stand by that was the correct choice, because I've had a absolutely amazing day and I've really enjoyed this beautiful weather going around Little Bend, and I would have not enjoyed pulling that boat up and over. So yes, it probably would have took me probably an hour or two to get the boat up and over, but it would have sucked and I would have been absolutely exhausted. Whereas I feel great. Like, it's just a normal day and I really enjoyed the paddling today. So there is a boat ramp right here with what I'm hoping is a very clean vault toilet. So I'm going to go check that out and then continue. I'm about 4 miles away from Pikes Haven Resort. So I should get there in the next couple hours and then we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, I stand by my choice of going around. I had amazing weather and it was definitely worth not having to pull this boat up and over those hills. If I even could, it would have been horrible with this boat to try to get it up and over. Someone with a lighter setup might be worth it if you're willing to skip going around the point, but I'm glad I didn't. So upon closer inspection, it doesn't appear that there is a vault toilet. I don't know what that building is, but it doesn't look like a bathroom. So I'm going to just keep going instead. It got very busy right here at the boat ramp, so I'm just going to turn around. I put the pedals in reverse. I'm going to back up and get out of this little bay and keep going. One of the nice things about the 160 drive is I can just turn around like that. Well, that was a little annoying. I got tricked. I saw on Google Maps that there was a structure there. I thought it was a pit toilet, but it definitely wasn't a pit toilet. So luckily I didn't have to stop to find that out. I just got close enough to see that it obviously wasn't what I was looking for. So I'm just going to continue up this shoreline. So I've got to cross this little bay here, and 4 miles from here is Pikes Haven Resort. So it's kind of hard to believe tomorrow is supposed to be 25-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 40. So got to enjoy this calm weather while it lasts. So I can see the next turn, and I don't know how well the camera can pick it up, but this hillside here, the lake turns to the left up here around this point, and that is 14 miles away. So that is pretty cool to be able to see all the way around there. So at some point, I still have several more turns of Oahe, but the pickup point, or the one I'm going to go to, is on the other side of the lake. So it's right next to the dam, and it's the West Shore State Lakeside Use Area. It's just right next to the dam is where I plan to get picked up at. So I've been in contact with a couple that had messaged me on Facebook from viewers of the channel and offered me a place to stay. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I'll get there at some point. But tomorrow looks like it's going to be a bust, which is okay with me. I will hopefully be able to take a day off here at Pikes Haven, and if not, I'll just get resupplied and keep going and find a nice place to spend a day tomorrow on the side of the shore. That's always an option and never a bad thing either. So it's a little bit after 4 and I'm about 1.5 miles away from the boat ramp where I'm stopping for today. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. The wind has picked up a little bit. I got a little bit of a headwind, but not bad. So just gonna try to power over to shore and follow this. I kind of cut this whole little section off here. So I cut across the middle because it was dead calm when I started, and not quite dead calm, but still not a big deal at the moment. So yeah, I'm nearly there, and I believe there's a restaurant here, so hopefully I can get some real food. I'm excited about that. So I think the boat ramp is, I'm not entirely sure where it's at. The Google map shows I'm 0.4 miles away, but I don't see it, so I guess it's right around this point possibly. But yeah, I've had a headwind this afternoon. It's really slowed me down. Like, yeah, the water stayed calm, but it's definitely cut my speed down. But I'm finally here, and it's about 5 o'clock. So I'm hoping that there's a restaurant up here and I can get some supper. I'm excited about that. So we'll see about this boat ramp and see what we find here. So there's the boat ramp. It's kind of a hidden one. And I'm gonna head up there and see what I can find. Okay, so I've got the boat pulled up on shore. I'm just next to the boat ramp, and I'm gonna see what there is to see up here. Okay, I've got the boat loaded, and it's in the back of this truck, and we're going up to the cabin that I just rented. So I'm very, very happy. Okay, I've got a ride up. I'm in cabin number 1 here, and my boat is right here. I can chain it to this light pole, and it's pretty awesome. So I've got a couple things left down at the boat ramp, but there's a golf cart to bring them up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then see what the room looks like. Well, I'm in my room and it is absolutely amazing. It's a big 2-bedroom, and yeah, I'm super happy. This place is awesome. So I'm going to return the golf cart that I borrowed to get all the rest of my stuff up, and then take a shower, because it's been, I don't know, Bridge City Marina was the last time I had a shower, and I am gross. So I'm very much would like to not be. So that's the next step, but this place is awesome. I'm really, really, really happy. So I went ahead and got 2 nights here, today and tomorrow, just because they're calling for 40-mile-an-hour winds, and there's no reason, even if it's the morning's nice, I'd rather stay in here for that than be on the side of the lake within a tent. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. I'm ecstatic. Well, I've had a shower and I feel so much better. That was a long jaunt from Mobridge to here, and without any stops of civilization. So I'm definitely very grateful to be here in the air conditioning in this amazing cabin here, rental. This place is awesome. So I'm about to go up to the restaurant, bar, grill, store thing going on here at the main, and hopefully get some burgers, and I'm so excited. I am very hungry and just really happy that this has worked out so well. Okay, so I just had an amazing supper. It was like a big bacon cheeseburger with loaded fries and a brownie with ice cream on top. I am very full, which is amazing, but not great, because I have a bunch of work to do still. I need to get a bunch of stuff out of the boat. I still gotta edit a video and post it, so yeah, all I want to do is lay down, but I need to get to work. So yeah, I'm gonna start on that and see how far I get. So they do not have laundry here, which is not the end of the world. So I'm probably gonna do some shower laundry again, and just kind of scrub everything in the shower and hang it out to dry, and then it'll be fine. So that'll work out good, but I got plenty of time to do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get the bare minimum done tonight, go to bed, and then deal with everything tomorrow. Okay, so it's about 10 o'clock. I just finished editing the video, and And I'm not going to bother uploading it tonight. I'm just too tired. So I'm going to go ahead and go to bed and deal with it in the morning. So even though tomorrow is a day off, kind of a 0 day, supposed to be a rest day, I have a lot of things I need to do tomorrow. So definitely going to stay busy, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being busy. So yeah, with that, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.